Knives save lives. Stories of knives used as tools in life or death situations. Hi folks, I found an article on the internet and I thought I want to share it with you because it's a very interesting one. So let's get right into it. An Illinois driver trapped in his burning pickup truck was rescued by two men, one of whom used a Gerber knife to cut the seatbelt so they could pull the driver to safety. A North Dakota farmer gets the sleeve of his work jacket caught in the power takeoff of his tractor. As he struggles to free the cloth, he is able to get a one-hander out of his pocket, open it quickly and cut the cloth before his fingers and arm are mangled by the revolving shaft. A Colorado ranger working on his irrigation system is pinned under a pile of irrigation pipe. As the breath is being squeezed out of him, his only hope is to get to his knife and cut the rope, holding the stacks of pipes together. Once the rope is cut, the individual pipes roll off the stack and he escapes with his life. An Arizona EMT arrives at the scene of a car crash to find the driver pinned behind the wheel. He needs to use one hand for the pry bar to free the passenger. With the other hand, he grabs his one-hand opener and cuts the seatbelt to complete the rescue. An Oregon electrician working overtime on a Saturday morning falls through a skylight opening with a loop of 12-gauge wire wrapped around his ankle. The wire breaks his fall but leaves him hanging in the skylight shaft upside down. He can't twist and climb back up the wire, so he cuts the wire and takes the fall on his shoulder. He breaks his collarbone, but he lives to tell about it. A Minnesota canoer and his dog are on a trip in the remote Canadian wilderness of the Quetico Provincial Park. On a portage below a roaring falls in a rocky gorge, the dog unexpectedly jumps for shore. The canoe tips and starts taking on water. The canoer gets caught in the anchor rope and is being sucked down by the loaded canoe in the powerful current. He gets his one-hand opening knife out of his pocket, cuts the rope and watches the canoe and the gear go down in 30 feet of water. Once free, he grabs a branch growing along the rock wall and pulls himself to safety. A Wisconsin deer hunter in a tree stand loses his balance and falls, but he gets his foot wrapped around the rope ladder. He's suspended in mid-air and doesn't have the back and upper body strength to pull himself up. He grabs his folding knife from his belt pouch, cuts the ladder and takes the fall to the ground rather than possibly choking to death by hanging upside down for hours. An Iowa deer hunter takes a late session trip into unfamiliar woods that borders a nearly frozen stream with steep banks. The hunter gets too close to the stream bank, which caves in under his weight. He ends up in icy water. Looking up at the steep bank, he remembers his Buck 110 folding hunter knife on his belt and uses it to dig into the slippery bank and pull himself to safety. Well folks, these stories are telling you how important it is to have a knife always on person. It's a life-saving tool, and I hope you'll never need your knife to save your life. So thanks for watching. See you soon in the next one. Mike out.